there's rain outside, and therefore we cannot be on the stage because it's a safety hazard.
We can't really do a fight call or anything else like that since the actors might slip. So we're just waiting it out.
We got here and it was raining and cold.
And we got to bed really late.
So we took a nap.
We said fight call at 8:15. We're gonna hit play at 8:30. At 8:30, it was pouring down rain. We had 40 plus extras, our core cast of almost 30, all hanging out in the costume tent, waiting for the rain to stop.
Now this seems vaguely familiar, except last time the story of Daniel was getting rained out, and now it's David.
Right now we don't have any thunder or lightning, which is a blessing, but the stage is really wet.
It was supposed to be done like around 9, and they got pushed to 10, and they got pushed to 11, and then it was supposed to be done at noon. And so by the time we got on the stage to rehearse, we could only rehearse one act. We were supposed to practice act 4 and 5. It's like, which one is it gonna be? It needs to be night 5. That's our biggest one.
If everybody could go ahead and clear the stage. Super duper slow motion.
Act 5 is our hardest night. That was the one we had the most amount of extras, the most amount of movement.
Hold! Can everyone do that with a moderation of success? Can everyone feel safe doing that?
3, 2, 1.
We practiced that one so much.
Kill you for what you've done.
Since we got on the stage as late as we did, it just pushed everything back.
Let the Lord be glorified, with him we will succeed.
The main character I'm playing is Ahimelech. He is the high priest in the city of Nob. Most of the actors are American. I applied as a Canadian, thinking, you know what, if it's an international Pathfinder Camporee, a Canadian should be allowed to show up. I am, after all, international. And so I get to the border and the officers don't want to let us through. Basically, they say, hey, look, you're being paid for this position. Now we're gonna take your fingerprints and we're gonna take your picture. Now your name is in the system and we're gonna be watching for you. Get back to Canada. 2 days later, I'm back at the border. And this time they tell me if I try to cross the border again, there is a strong possibility you'll be denied. And if you're denied for the 3rd time, you can get banned from the United States for 5 years. I'm like, okay, but if we're doing the story of David and Goliath, I'm gonna have to take on my own giants, right? I go to the American embassy. I get a paper that goes off and tells me, as a Canadian citizen, you technically could work for 90 days. I'm like, oh, okay, that's really good. And I head down back to the same border I was denied the first time. And I get there, I see the Border Patrol agent who denied me the first time. And I'm like, oh no. And all of a sudden, just as I'm about to be called up, another border agent calls me over and says, sir, could you please come over here? She looks through everything and she's like, oh, okay, well, here you go. Welcome to the United States. And I'm like, what? But on a little voice, which I believe is the Spirit, says, get on the bus, don't ask questions. I'm like, okay. So I get on the bus, and next thing I know,
When he came in, it was just like, our long lost brother, he's here.
when I came to the room, everyone was hugging me, everyone was squeezing me. It is akin to what I hope heaven will be like. It was a magical experience.
It wasn't even a thing of like, oh, this is the new guy here. It's like, nah, this is the guy who we've been waiting for. He's just such a genuine guy. And I really look up to him like he's a big brother.
I'm so glad you're here because I cannot learn those lines. I cannot.
Not only have I made it across, but I've met some wonderful people. And I'll be on this stage performing to 55,000 people and telling them a story that inspired me to make it over here. I really love the costume. It is amazing. They gave me a turban with the little crown on it that says, Holiness to the Lord. I got the little bells and the little pomegranates. I get to jingle everywhere I go.
It was our most challenging costume because there were so many parts to it, so much meaning to it. Tom helped us do the breastplate.
The high priest breastplate, that was fun. I experimented with a lot of materials. The plate actually was made out of plastic. I set each stone in there like a jeweler would.
We finally ended up with clay that was mixed to resemble the colors of that specific stone that is listed in the Bible as far as what stone for what tribe. On the shoulders, there was onyx that he engraved all the 12 tribes on. A lot of extra work was put into that costume.
All right, if I can get everybody on the stage, main stage, cast and props, and everybody that's going to be helping us out, we're going to be practicing the Priests of Nob scene. And that's a very powerful but very sad scene. So we really need all of you guys to really support and uplift the guys that are getting ready to go through this scene.
I don't know anything about this, my king. Please have mercy on us.
One of the challenges in telling this story is all of the intense scenes that we have.
And now!
Scene 6 in Act 4, that's when all the priests get killed by Doeg, the main character I play that night. Saul tells him, hey, if you want all the power, I'll give you all the power if you kill all these priests. That scene was very draining for us. We ran it through so many times, and every time it was so intense, we had to pray several times because it felt bad. So we ran it through a couple of times, and Betty got involved, and she was like, maybe instead of lifting up the sword and walking towards them, maybe just keeping the sword in your hand and dropping it and walking a little bit slower.
We reworked it a couple times because at one point it was just all of us priests on our knees begging for our lives.
So there's two different things that we want to try. We want to try you standing and praying, and then try a version of you kneeling.
We switched it up. Instead of them begging for their lives, they started praying.
Now it becomes, wow, look, they, even in the face of death, are going to turn themselves to God.
It was just such an intense scene to work through that was so difficult and so dark, but it's part of the story that made David who he is.
We want to make sure that we tell the story in that it's authentic, but there's a lot of intense scenes. So it's been really great working on toning those down so that we do see them, but they're not as scary, and that they're kid-friendly, but they still tell the story beautifully.
Now, Achish was a Philistine king that was known for being kind of an oddball.
What's the world coming to when a king can't order up some grapes? I'm king. I should get whatever I want. Frankly, it's appalling. I'm totally appalled.
My main character is King Achish. He's very eccentric, he's very selfish. He's just really fun to play because I don't really feel like that's me at all.
I'm not paying you to think, am I?
Actually, you are, sir. I'm your chief advisor.
Bring him in here. Do as I say.
I think I am the comedic relief. It's something different from what you are going to see during the rest of the play.
I love that scene with King Achish and when David acts like a complete buffoon.
Why did you bring this madman in here?
It gives me room to really open up and just jump all over the place and drool everywhere and be a bird dog.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
It's really fun.
He's out of his mind.
I just think as a whole the cast is just really hilarious. Always cracking jokes, sometimes when they shouldn't be. It warms my heart being here with everybody. I've laughed really hard throughout the time I've been here.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day...
It's like wrangling children because all these boys are together and they have a lot of fun together.
I gave it to someone special.
And this is what happens when you put a camera in front of them. I'm just saying.
It's fun to just bop it in the back with your friends, and then you forget what you were supposed to be doing or you're too loud. We are a very motley crew, and we tend to like to have a lot of fun.
I loved working with this cast. It has been so much fun. We are just such a big family. We'll crack jokes while we're in practices.
Hey, Michelle, I got a bit. I got a bit. I got a bit. Hey, Michelle, I got a bit. I got a bit.
I
I think I saw Dave down. They are truly, truly my family. I love each and every one of them. That was really good. Burn yourself. That one doesn't make it, and I'm gonna be upset.
We're gonna run through this cave scene and see if we like the placements of the rocks. One guy hiding behind here, one guy hiding behind here, David behind a rock right here, and another brother there. Mom was saying she thought it'd be a good idea if we used the really big long rock over there.
Yeah. You want to drop it here real quick?
This is when he cuts off his robe with the knife. Yeah, and goes and talks to his brothers and then comes back out.
Okay. Maybe doing blue light to this side.
For Act 4, you need to make sure that when you have the lighting for the cave of Engedi, that you see the mouth of the opening of the cave, but inside the cave, it looks dark. And then on the outside of the cave, you need to make sure it's day.
The problem is we can't see the brothers if we turn too much, because a lot of dialogue happens inside the cave.
I could be like, why, and I could come down.
I like that. Yep, that's a good idea. During that scene up there, the rocks here can get set.
The big thing about Night 4 is moving the city gates out of the way and moving the Cave of Adullam in its location in about 2 minutes. The props people did such an amazing job. They took a chunk of time out and they practiced that with the props team, and they did it over and over and over until it was flawless.
That was awesome. Well done.
Noelle and David Lacey are in charge of props, and they've been in charge in helping us with Oshkoshes for the past 3-4 camporees.
Noelle Lacey puts so much time and detail into all of the props, from the huge table that David and all his family were sitting at, to the palace, the draperies, the throne, all the furniture in that room. When you look at the opening scene, all those carts that she made with all the fruit on them, her and her husband have spent endless evenings and weekends making all of these props. She also had a special craftsman that made the bow and arrow for Jonathan. This was an authentic bow and arrow for that time period. They looked up all the history on it. She just goes the extra mile. Goliath's table that is broken, she made that.
This is you! Yeah!
She has a whole crew that she works with as far as what goes on the set, what needs to be taken off, what needs to be put on for the next scene. It's a lot of organization, and we are so blessed to have her. I want to give a lot of credit to SBHH, our event management company. They're the ones that manage all of the load-in, the building of the stage. They have directed us to our lighting company, our staging company, our cameras, all the big jumbotrons, the sound, the generators, the power company. They took care of so much of it for us.
So in Act 4, the brothers have to go from their brother's outfit to their David's men outfit under 2 minutes before we're off stage to on stage again. So we're rehearsing that fast change with teams of people on each brother to switch it out as fast as we can.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go.
My hair's falling off. Somebody put something on me. What? What? My team is failing.
It looks so bad. Okay.
Really?
Oh shoot.
We did it.
As you enjoy tonight's presentation,
Good morning, brother. Good morning, camera. We would love to have you join us tonight as we present to you Act 4 of the David play for Chosen Camporee 2019.
Amen. Good morning, brother.
Good morning, brother. Good morning, brother. Good morning, brother.
We know that Act 4 didn't get practiced as strong as we wanted to, especially with the rain this morning. So we just really need to pray that God blesses tonight in a really big way. We know that He's the one that's in control. I'm excited to see what He's gonna do tonight. 1, 2, 3, chosen!
We're coming in through the secret entrance, and we're gonna go in and be sellers of our carts. And the preacher's preaching, and I'm already getting butterflies, and I'm not even talking. So let's do this.
Night 4.
In Act 4, Saul is really plotting his revenge.
Resolved to this path I can't escape. I am desperate, how long till I break? I want to wreak havoc every moment I'm awake. That boy is a snake. I must control the outcome though things are looking grim. I can't lose my throne, especially to him.
David is hiding from Saul, and Saul sends out his armies to go look for him. And I'm one of the lead generals that kind of leads a battalion to kind of look through this market area for David. And the entire song, while Saul's up on the stage singing, we are going perfectly to the music, looking for him. And he's hiding just as we turn and ducking behind these carts, being able to get that timing right. That's my favorite part of this.
David will have to be the one who I'll make pay.
It's fun to be villainous on stage. I run around the stage, I stab a spear in the wall again. He's realizing what he's going to do. He's going to destroy David at any cost.
I'll take everything down with me, and I will win at any cost.
Things are getting desperate for David. There's danger around every corner. He's tired, hungry, and seems not to have a friend in the world. It's led him here, Nob, the city of the priests. He's here to get supplies, and the only way he's gonna get them is by lying.
Good morning, brother. Good morning, brother.
Good morning, brother. Good morning, brother.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning, brother.
Ahimelech. Ah, Doeg. Good morning, brother. I'm sensing that you're feeling stressed.
Things just haven't been going well for me lately, and
Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear, David! What are you doing here all alone, and where are your men? Are you all right?
Shh. I'm on a mission for the king.
No way! How exciting! Doeg! Look who's here! It's David!
Actually, Ahimelech, my mission is kind of a secret. Let's keep it between me and you, okay? You don't happen to have a sword or something laying around, do you?
Well, we do have Goliath's sword.
Wow, that's right.
I suppose if anyone should be allowed to use it, it should be you, right?
You think so? I mean, I did kill the giant, right?
If you're on a mission for the king, then I think it's the right thing to do.
Great idea, Ahimelech. There's no other sword like it in the land. I'll take it. You'll be rewarded handsomely for this.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning, sister.
It's ironic, isn't it? David hoping Goliath's sword would protect him didn't seem to work that well for Goliath. It may seem innocent enough, but it's a sure sign David isn't putting his faith in God anymore. Deception has a way of taking on a life of its own.
In Act 4, all of a sudden, Saul is a complete madman and David is running for his life. And so my character had a change of pace because now she's going into warning mode.
So his lack of trust led him to do the craziest thing of all. He left God's people behind and crossed the border into the land of their enemy. He went to the Philistines, to King Achish to be exact. David thought he might be the one Philistine that might take him in, so he dove headfirst into the enemy's nest. Whew, I sure hope he has an exit strategy.
What's the world coming to when a king can't order up some grapes? I'm king! I should get whatever I want!
Act 4 is fleeing David. It's probably my favorite act. I get to really just open up and be bizarre. So I go into Achish's courts.
My king, that's David. So? Never heard of him. He's the general over all the armies of Israel. The people sing a song about Saul killing his thousands and David his tens of thousands. Oh yeah, I love that song. It's about killing us, your majesty. Tens of thousands of Philistines. What? I didn't know that. What kind of raveling lunatic would risk his life.
As David, I'm there with Achish. Then he says,
You've got to be crazy.
and then I'm like,
Crazy? Don't call me crazy. I'm not crazy. Crazy? I'm not crazy.
and then from there it's just, well, he's crazy.
Oh, is this your bird? Oh, I love birds. You want to know a secret? I'm a bird too. I'm a pretty bird. Watch me fly high.
Just being able to jump around, kakarf all the time. I love it.
Throw him out of the city. He's creeping me out. Go!
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Did you see that?
Well, that was some quick thinking on David's part. But for a man who's supposed to become king, it was pretty undignified. Lies, lies, and more lies.
Doeg, tell me where he is.
He was at Nob. He met with Ahimelech, the priest. Ahimelech prayed with him and gave him food. Oh, and the sword of Goliath, the Philistine.
Bring them to me. Ahimelech, the priests, all of them. As you wish, my king. Ahimelech and all the priests of Nob.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning, brother. Good morning, brother.
Good morning, brother.
Enough! You call yourselves holy men, and then you conspire against God's chosen king.
My king, no!
This is the dark descent for Saul. He stops trusting anybody, including Abner, all of his men. He thinks everyone's plotting against him.
You haven't prayed with me in months, yet you take in my greatest enemy and lie to my face about it.
No one told us we shouldn't, my lord. I swear, and I'll pray with you whenever you want. You never come see us anymore.
Silence!
It culminates in the killing of Ahimelech and all the prophets.
You will die today! You and your families and your entire bloodline ends now! Doeg, take up a sword and kill these men you've brought before me! You'll be the greatest among my men. Do it.
The character turns from a sweet shepherd to a very violent person.
Kill them now! No! Doeg, stop!
When David heard what his lies had caused, he was overwhelmed with grief. He wept for days. But after a while, David's brothers convinced him they had to keep moving. Saul was in hot pursuit. By the time they got here, the caves of En-Gedi, there was nowhere left to run. Trapped between Saul's advancing army and the Dead Sea. So when Saul and his army stopped by the oasis to water their animals, there was nothing they could do but hide and wait. It was only a matter of time before Saul would know they were there.
It's King Saul. He's right there. He's all alone. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. Do it, David. God has handed him over to you.
Why? Why?
What was that, David? You should have cut him down, not his robe. You had him, David. This could have been over.
It wasn't the right thing to do.
This is what God promised you. You should have taken what is yours.
Your will is not the same as God's.
Despite all his flaws, David still truly wants to be a man after God's own heart. He makes that choice again and again. He humbles himself and he's truly sorry, and God blesses him for it.
Teach me to be like you, and I will walk in your truth. Help me to see what is right. I will praise you, Lord, with all my might. Teach me to be like you, and I will walk in your truth. So great is your love for me, so great is your love for me, so great is your love.
First things first, we will be re-recording.
So in Act 4, there was a quick change. The brothers go from being brothers to being David's men. In about a minute and a half to 2 minutes, they had to change into those costumes.
They've always done it in a costume tent, which is perfect. That's great. But there's light there. And up on stage, there's not much light. So when they're putting my brother's costumes on, and then they put the capes on, we rush out there. We do the whole night. It was great. And then we come back.
We will be re-recording from the moment that David steps out of the cave and says, "My Lord the King."
Like, okay, we need to re-record this for the DVD. And we're like, but why? Caleb's cape was put on completely inside out. And none of us noticed it, but people who made the costumes, they're like, we worked too hard on it for it to be inside out. Flip it. So we went out and did it again. When we were re-recording things, there was lots of downtime. And there's people who stayed behind in the crowd. And so we put on a little miming show for them. Caleb was the one. He does this miming thing. We all freak out because he's stuck behind some wall. And then I'm like, I opened the door. He's like, oh, thanks. We closed the door, and then my hand's stuck on the door. Then we freak out about that. And then they turn the knob again. And then it's an apple. And it just keeps going on and on from there. That was pretty fun. Unplanned, but that was fun.
All right, hey Cass, can I get you guys all on main stage real quick, please?
We wanted Jason to look different in the final song of that night, so we didn't have him wear his cape. So when we actually redid it, he stood out quite a bit more than his brothers. It looked perfect for the final cut.
They like you better.
We asked for crepes this morning for breakfast. We did. I think they misheard us, but I guess this will do.
Because they're capes, get it?
It's not funny.
Baskets!
We
got the best baskets. We got baskets for food. We got baskets for heads.
Good morning, brother.
All right, here's priest number 1.
Hey.
Our lucky first victim.
I'm jumping.
Part of me wanted to go, excuse me, ma'am, it cannot be that easy. And I'm here with all you lovely people.
Look at my elbow. Look at her elbow.
Hey, can I get a honey?
No!
Which part of the state are you going to?
Oh, I'm going to Michigan.
Well, you're in Michigan.
No, I know I'm in Michigan, but I'm going to Andrews University.
I've never heard of this Anthony University.
Oh, it's not Anthony University, it's Andrews University.
I've never heard of it. Where is it?
Oh, it's in Michigan.
You're in Michigan.
I know I'm in Michigan.